Hi, I'm Sherry McGill, and you're watching Lessons Learned. Hi there, welcome back to Monday Quilt Chat. How was your weekend? Wow, the weather is so nice here. We've had a beautiful couple of days, and I know some of that's due to the devastating hurricane Fiona that's hitting Canada, or has hit Canada. We got some nice breezes from that. Hope if you live in that area that you're okay and you didn't suffer any damage. And I hear there's another one coming in, Ian, I think it's called. I thought we had one named Ian before, but I think they reuse the names after a while. Coming in towards Florida, so let's hope that that doesn't do any real damage to anyone. The hurricane season is going out with a bang, isn't it? I think it runs May to November, so hopefully soon those will all be over with, and we'll be getting into some other sort of weather. So, yeah, the weekend was pretty good. I got one of my Nantucket summer blocks done. You can see it back there. I'll probably show it a little closer on Friday. It's over there on top of, there it is, right there. It was real easy. It went together really easy. And then I have another commission job to do, and it's very, very unique. I finally did get the fabric in for it. I was going to use grunge, and I had to hunt down every shade of white, gray, black to make this with, and it needed to be all the same type of material, have the same look to it. So grunge was going to fit the bill, Moda grunge, and I'll show you a picture of it. I have it pulled up right now. It's a little bit different. It's not exactly something you've probably ever seen before. But I've been asked to take this watercolor and make it into a quilted wall hanging. And a pretty good size one, 35 by 47, I think. Which, in quilt language, that's not all that big. But, yeah, I'm going to applique all that, I think. It's not going to look as sleek and modern as this watercolor does, but should be interesting. So I've got that on my mind. I've got it, like I say, I've got it started. I had to use Adobe Reader or something to get a silhouette of this. They're basically all the same shape. I just have to kind of stagger them and turn them in the ways that it's calling for there. So I've made this bigger, way bigger, and yeah, I have a big pattern piece that's 4 pages put together, and got that shape on it. So I need to go somewhere today and get a piece of template material to cut that out on, because I'm going to have to be reusing it several times. I could probably use some sort of thin cardboard, but honestly, I don't think I have anything. So I might as well just go ahead and get a piece of template material, and then I'll always have the pattern in case I ever have to do it again. So that's an unusual thing I'm getting ready to do. And let's see, I've been working on my little bags. I've got all of the, I know you're thinking, would you just get those done already? But they have linings. So I've got all the exterior pieces inside the lining and ready to sew around. And I think I mentioned to you all that I need to, get the free arm sewing machine out so I could stick these over that and sew and do it real quick. Well, I got out every machine I have, and all the free arm, all the free arm pieces are too fat. And I even got my old Singer out from 1982, and it was the smallest out of all the machines. I have 4 sewing machines in here, and this one was the closest, but it still wasn't small enough. Once I took the free arm off, this part right here. And while I'm on here with you experts, I was wondering if you all knew of any place that I could get replacement pieces for these that have turned. These were this color, but for some reason over time they have turned like gold color, and I'd really like to get that back to original just because I want to. So if any of you all know a place to do, I went to Sewing Parts Online, I think, one time, and I couldn't find anything there. I think I went to eBay and Amazon. I don't know. It's probably not a machine that calls for a lot of replacement pieces. And I tell you what, I got it out and cleaned it up really good and oiled it. And it is the nicest, quiet sewing machine. I didn't realize how loud this Jazz 2 is. I don't know if it's because it's maybe more powerful. I don't know. But that machine just runs like a sewing machine, as they say. So anyway, I enjoyed working on it. I did do a few of the edges on it, but I couldn't get it around that free arm. So I just decided to sit and stuff them all first. At least I would get something done. And I might just sit and do it here on this machine, on this flat table area here, because the first one, sample one that I made, you know, I struggled a little bit putting that together, flattening it out instead of rolling it on a free arm, because my machine is down in the table right, and I didn't have much trouble. So I think I'll just sit here and sew those the next opportunity I get, but they'll get done, just like I always say, they will get done one way or another. I got some stuff from Sew Yeah I wanted to share with you. They had some new t-shirts come out, and I liked this mauve color. Isn't that pretty? They changed their logo a little bit, and then there's some stuff on the back. I think this was $25, but it does feel like pretty good cotton. It's not the cheapo stuff. Probably kind of middle of the road. 100% cotton, so it will shrink. So I got a bigger size than I normally would get. Pretty, I like that color. I'll probably wear that the day that I go to the retreat when I'm traveling. That'll be comfortable with some leggings or something. So that finally came in. And then I uncovered this pattern. I don't think I need this bag. I uncovered this pattern. Now, I ordered this from them. It came in a package recently. And this is a rag quilt. But it's only ragged every couple of rows you see some of it. I don't know if you can tell, but I thought that would be a really pretty fall cozy quilt. So I'm going to start collecting up some fabrics for that. I'd like to make this soon. And then they also, this was my first Sew Yeah Basics box. I got that basic box subscription. They said that they had opened up some more spots on it, or maybe some people canceled and they had more spots available to subscribe to it. So I got my first one. And so if you haven't opened yours yet and you don't want to know, this is your warning right now to look away or come back later and watch the rest of the video after you've had a chance to look at yours, because I'm just going to show you what's in the Sew Yeah September Basics box. 3, 2, 1. We got a air marking pen, a roll of RFL thread, which is gorgeous, and then these 3 basics. and it's kind of like a super dark forest green, a white, and a teal. Though all of them have these dots on it. This one, the dark one, has white dots, and these two have black dots. So there is a pattern. There's a little QR code on one of these cards that you can go in and see a video of how to put a quilt together with those three. And these are 3 1-yard cuts. That's what they always put in there, is at least 3, well, from what I understand, 1-yard cuts. And look at that yummy color. I don't know if you'd call it yummy, but it just makes me so happy. It's like a peacock blue, isn't it? No, it's a teal. It's some kind of teal. I'll have to look up the color number and see what they're calling it. Anyway, I got that. I'm satisfied with that. I think it's $55 a month. So if you can get a whole quilt top for that, that's probably well worth it, I would say. Yeah. Okay, what else? Oh, I wanted to go over with you guys some new guidelines for Finish It Friday. You know how we love to share our projects, and you know, I put all those pictures on there and talk about each one, and sometimes read your information that you send with it. Well, those videos are getting to be very laborious to put out. I'm excited that you all send all those pictures. I really am. But it is a editing nightmare. For example, last week's Finish It Friday took about 3 hours to edit, and that's a little too long for us, and because my husband helps me with it. And I just wanted to kind of maybe streamline it a little better so that, you know, we can get the full benefit and entertainment value out of that weekly video, because I definitely don't ever want to stop doing that, because I don't know, you all just enjoy it so much, and I do too. So I think I've been thinking about it. I haven't actually written anything down, but here's some things for you guys to think about that would help me out a lot, or help us out a lot, is if you would send pictures of your finished projects, like, and that would be like, you know, like if it's a block of the week type thing and you got your block done, just send that 1 block or 2 blocks like we're doing on our quilt along, instead of sending several, you know, several individual. Try to get it on 1 photo. If you have a block of the week that you finished, or a block of the month that you finished, you can send, of course, a completed quilt front and back. Now on your photo, if it makes sense to do it, let the corner lay over so that we can see the back. So lay out your quilt on a bed, on the floor, on your design wall, wherever, and then let it flip over a little bit so we can see your back. Now if you have a real intricate back that you've pieced, you might want to send another photo. But you know, try to cut down on how many photos we have for each project. And then if you have a quilt top, of course you can take 1 photo of that. And I think you've all probably noticed how that Mark's been doing this thing where, you know, he kind of zooms in on the fabric, and if you've got your quilting done on it, we can kind of see what design you've done on that. So you don't really need to send a whole lot of other photos. Just send a photo of your finished block, top, or quilt. And you know, if you're not sure, just go ahead and send a couple photos, and then I'll pick one. You can do it that way. And then let's see, what else? Was there anything else? I would like to ask to just leave it up to me on what I use. Just kind of trust me on that. If there's some things that I don't want to include or can't include that week, I might save them for a following week. What else? Let's see. Seemed like there was a couple other things I wanted to mention. Oh, your descriptions that you have, make them brief. Just give me we love the background information. So, don't not tell the story, but try to make them as brief as possible and still get the full impact of the why, what, and where with this project, because we like to hear those stories too. And if I have to leave out anything, more than likely it will be holiday. I don't necessarily, I don't celebrate holidays, so for me that's not something that I feel important to share, and a lot of holiday projects are similar, so I probably won't be including those anymore. Nothing wrong with red and green, and the colors that are used for the holidays, that's a whole nother thing. But a holiday themed project, just know that it may not make it in. If you want to send those to me personally in the email, I will respond to you and give my thoughts on them if you're asking. But they are the most likely to be left out. But we're Christians here, and we understand that some of those holidays are very, very near and dear to you, and we don't want to upset anyone or make you feel any kind of certain negative way. You don't need to feel that way. But just trying to streamline the Finish It Friday a little bit better, make it a little bit easier to put it out without sacrificing anything, because like I said before, it's our favorite one. We wait for every week, don't we? So we're not gonna do away with that aspect of it. So thank you so much ahead of time for taking all those points into consideration. It's going to help us a bunch, and it may even help me be able to make more videos, So I appreciate your cooperation on that. I really, really do. So I have not got my Sew She Sews project back out yet as of this past weekend, but I'm still that's still on my list for this week to at least sandwich and maybe start doing some quilting on that. I would love to have that done for Finish It Friday. That would make me feel really good if I can do that. So for now, that's my plan, and if I can sneak in a Harriet's Journey block here and there this week too, I'll do that as well. But until then, I will see you on Wednesday for our quilt along, and it will be week 4 for our Vintage Mystery Quilt Along. So stay tuned for a new PDF and instructions on a new block and a 9 patch for Wednesday. So have a great week, and try to sew a little something every day, even though your time is tight. If you can take a little time away for yourself to indulge yourself in some quilting and sewing and piecing and cutting, it's just so good for you. So we'll see you soon, and have a great week. Bye.